Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining me. I've got to pick a card here for us regarding encouraging messages that you need at this time. So if you've never done a pick a card, how I typically do them is I think of the numbers 1 through 4 and I kind of close my eyes and let my mind feel whatever wants to flow through. So I think of 1 through 4, close my eyes for a second and just see what number I'm thinking of. You can also focus on the stone if that helps you, or the colors of the numbers. And I've also heard some other readers say that if you can't get a number to kind of jump out at you, you could use a random number generator. And what you do is you would put in 1 through 5, just in case there are no messages for you. If it lands on 5, then you'd know that there's no pile selection. But I typically, I want to encourage you guys to use your own intuition, because we all have intuition. So I would love for you guys to kind of concentrate and select that way. But thank you so much for being here. If you enjoy your message, I hope that you subscribe if you're not subscribed, and stick around. I would love to grow my channel. Hopefully I'll be posting a lot more often. I took a brief break there. Well, actually it wasn't brief, it was long. But thank you so much if you're still here, and if you're new, thanks for joining me. I will see you over in your pile selection. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye. Hello, pile 1. If you chose number 1 or this stone, these are your encouraging messages at this time, and I've also included some of Spirit's advice. So I want to get started with pile number 1. Immediately what I asked was, what do you need encouraging messages regarding? And what came up was the 10 of Cups and the 4 of Wands, and this instantly told me this had something to do with family life, or something to do with a relationship, or someone that you're very close to that you feel like they are your family. You also got the family and tribe card to back that up, and that was after my initial thinking. Once I got these 2 cards, I knew, and you also got this card specifically. So we know for sure that that is what this pile needs encouraging messages regarding. So the 4 of Wands is typically about celebrations, home life, happy home. Some people say that this represents twin flame. I don't always see it that way. They're saying that because the 11 here. So this could be about a love relationship. Someone that's watching this could feel trapped in a family situation or in a love relationship, and at this time they're feeling like the communication isn't good, and Spirit wants you to say what you mean. It's time to have heart-to-heart conversations to clear up this confusion. It looks like you may be confused regarding something in your relationship at this time, in your family life, in your love relationship. There's a lot of confusion surrounding you, and right next to that card is say what you mean. So I feel like in order to get out of this stage, because I feel like some of you feel like you're literally trapped. You're not able to speak your mind. You're not happy. Look how she literally looks dead in the eyes. It's just like she's feeling like she just can't get out of this circumstance. There's a very creepy figure back here, just kind of looking at her. So I feel like some of you feel like someone's either like watching you too closely in your family or in your relationship, and it doesn't look like it's in a pleasurable way. It's not like it's something that you are welcoming at this time. There's a disconnect between these people for sure, and it could even be this person has, I just thought of this being a mask, so you could be feeling like someone that you're in a relationship with, or were hoping to start a family with, or maybe even move in together. You're starting to see a mask slip, or something to do with them not being exactly who you thought they were, or you've seen a side of someone that you don't like right now, or perhaps you've been stuck in a situation that has kind of hurt your ego or made you feel like you're not good enough. Right now, you need to focus on healing yourself, healing your inner child. When we get in circumstances where we feel beat down, or we're feeling like we are no longer ourselves because of a situation, we really need to look within and start focusing on ourselves. I asked for Spirit's advice for this pile, what energy they need to embody, and you received Divine Mother, nurturing, compassion, and grace. And this card, what it really focuses on is you need to have tender feelings for yourself. You need to bring loving care to yourself. It's time to kind of mother yourself. It's time for self-care. you have been focusing on other things way too long. You could be very busy in this pile, kind of trying to keep things together. But what your encouraging message is there's opportunities for change in this pile. This is your time to look within and forgive yourself or forgive others at this time. If you feel like this relationship hasn't gone too far left and there aren't anything, there's nothing that's making you feel unsafe or something of that nature, maybe perhaps it's time to really talk it out. And maybe there's time for some forgiveness to come in. There's time for healing to come in. Solitude is here, and maybe you need to kind of be a little bit withdrawn for a minute just to listen to what you have to, your feelings. I was going to say what you have to say to yourself. Perhaps you do need some inner dialogue regarding the circumstance. Maybe there's something that you need to kind of go within and understand about the relationship or about your needs when it comes to a relationship. You also have instinct and wolf here. So again, that kind of goes hand in hand with this card, because when I see a wolf, I think of like lone wolf. Perhaps it's time to pull your energy in for a minute and just really figure out what it is that you need on your own, your natural instincts. This wolf is going after what he needs for himself. Right now he's alone. He's like, looking for what he needs to survive, what he needs to make himself happy. He's a lone wolf, in other words. You don't see the pack with him at this time in this picture. And then also, in regards to what energies you need to embody at this time, you also have healing the heart, power of self-love. This encouraging message for this pile is definitely self-love, self-nurturing, inner dialogue, finding out what your inner child needs at this time, pouring your loving energy into yourself before you make decisions. Right now you're very confused and you have a lot that you have to get off of your chest with regards to these relationships or this particular romantic connection. And I feel like once you go in and kind of take a deep breath, these came up for you, take a deep breath, let your emotions out. This rain reminds me of kind of like purifying our emotions by letting things flow, purifying things, even purifying your mind. Let yourself breathe so that you can understand what is actually, what is actually the root of the pain, or what is actually the root of the cycles that you're going through, and reflect. Do some reflection. Is there something in the relationship that really needs fleshed out or talked about? There's definitely some kind of confusion here for this pile in regards to family, or maybe what you want for the future of your family, but you're feeling trapped and it's time to kind of go within, focus on self-love. And then I feel like this pile will start understanding what is needed to move forward once they go within and listen to their own inner voice. Underneath the healing, the heart, and self-love, which I feel like you guys need to go through a period of healing, purification, reflection, and then this will happen. You will be able to see the future of the relationship, or have some kind of almost like a psychic ability to understand what you really need out of this relationship. Is this the person you should be with? What do you see for the future of your family? Those kinds of things. And also the cards that came out as a side note with the tarot here, the Knight of Cups reversed, the Knight of Cups upright is someone, carrying this cup of love into something, knowing what they want to go after. Reversed, it's just, hurt feelings and kind of walking away from something. I feel like there's a lot of distractions going on in your world, or you feel like someone that you're with in a romantic connection has these distractions. And these don't have to be other people. They can be, but they don't have to be. This could be work. This could be family life. This could be in-laws. This could be all kinds of things. Look at all the different things that are coming here. It's also about delusions. We don't want to have delusions about relationships. We don't want to only focus on the good things. We don't want to, this could be about, just remembering the lovely things, with your head in the clouds. if there is something that needs worked out in the relationship, make sure that you're really thinking about what it is. What is it that needs repaired? What is it that needs healed? What is it that needs to come forward and you need to speak your piece? What is it that you're confused about? There's something here. That's what the advice is, the encouragement is. Right now you can do this. There's an opportunity for change in your life, and it has to do with self-love. Pour your energy into yourself and things will follow. And then if you need to, underneath that, you may need to cut the cords. You may need to cut things off. You may need to figure out in your life, okay, yes, is this relationship really what I want? If not, maybe you need to figure out how to move forward with, cutting that energy from your life. And if you have gone in and you realize that this actually is the romantic connection for you, this does light up your world, this does light up your life, then maybe you need to cut the cords of other things that have been such a distraction to you. It's a pick a card, so it's going to work out differently for each person that picked the pile. But those are the encouraging messages, basically. I'm going to get a couple more things. In regards to romance, I do want to get a card here. Spirit, what do you want to tell pile 1 regarding their love relationship? If this is regarding a love relationship, what do you want pile 1 to know regarding this love relationship? Stay optimistic about your love life. So definitely positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. And also there could be a separation on the horizon. Maybe you're in a separation right now and Spirit wants you to stay optimistic. The separation is meant for you to provide self-love for yourself and get out of this confusion. You need a little bit of this lone wolf energy right now. You need to be on your own thinking of what you need to do next. The solitude here. I noticed this beautiful tree here when I was looking at this card, which I've never really noticed, the blossoms and the beauty on that tree there in the background. So there's beauty in solitude. And also look, if you look at this, there's like a storm cloud here and there's light coming through. So I think the encouraging messages, things are lightening up for this pile. Whatever you're going through, it's time for you to go within and it's time to alleviate the confusion. And she's hugging herself. I feel like it's time for self-love. I feel like it's time for you to pour your energy into yourself. And this chemistry card is reversed. Perhaps this has to do with a love relationship. Maybe chemistry is no longer there. You can't force chemistry. If it's gone, then it's gone. There could be circumstances here where you feel deceived as well. It's going to be different, like I said. And right underneath deception, if you have been deceived, if you go within and you eliminate the confusion and you realize you have been deceived, this mask on this person has fallen off and you feel trapped, you need to free yourself. And that is a beautiful thing because you will be able to then find new love. Look, it's right here. It's right beneath that. And there'll be playfulness again in those relationships. You'll find a newness. Stay optimistic regardless of what you're doing in your life at this time. Spirit is here to protect you and help you. I'm going to get a couple more cards. Spirit, what do you want to say to pile 1? What do you want to say to pile 1? Anything else? Oh, wow, okay. Self-care, pile 1, very important. Encouraging messages. Do not feel guilty about self-care. Pour all of your energy into yourself right now. Absolutely love yourself. Be true to you, pile 1. Changing your mind. You can change your mind on something. If you've already contemplated something and you feel like you are in a circumstance that you feel needs changing, it's okay to change your mind and have forgiveness. Don't feel guilty. You've got forgiveness here twice. This could be about forgiving yourself. It could be about forgiving your partner. But like I said, you have to go in and be the true you and really understand what it is that you need to do. And the memories card, remember that came up with the tarot card that I saw for you guys, the where is that, the cups card. 7 of Cups was here, and I was saying maybe you're focused on memories, that you're sometimes we romance the memories and we only remember the good things, but we really need to focus on what was the real reality of those memories. Don't romanticize something that has really not been good for you. And don't forget, the energy that you're supposed to embody at this time is the Divine Mother, nurturing, compassion, and grace. And that's for yourself. It says that First, this card reminds you to prioritize your own self-care. In fact, it's time for you to become your own loving mother. If you've been dismissing something related to your own needs or preferences, muster up the courage to nurture and prioritize yourself. It's never dishonoring to others when you truly honor yourself. So that is very, very important. You need to understand how to kind of like strike balance between the energy that you give others and the energy that you give yourself. And you can love others much deeper once you have mastered loving yourself. So that is really what you need to do. You need to bring loving care to yourself in order for you to expand that to the world in general. Spirit, one more message for pile 1, please. One more message. Actually, I'm sorry, 2. I'll give you one from this deck and one from a different deck. But right now, what message do you want to give to pile 1, Spirit? What message needs to come through for pile 1? I feel like patience too, because this is taking a minute to come out, and sometimes that means we need some time to process things. There we go. Yeah, wish wisely. Absolutely. You need to really understand what you want moving forward. Use your wishes wisely to manifest your heart's desires and take practical steps towards making your dreams come true. You can make your dreams a reality, pile 1. Absolutely. And you may be traveling soon. You've got journey here. Maybe this is all about your life journey. It's time to prepare for a journey. It may be impromptu or planned. Either way, make sure you're ready when the time comes. Pack your passport now. You guys could literally be traveling, and that will be very good for you to figure all of this out. And if not, maybe you should think about a little road trip. Maybe you'll be able to clear your mind. Maybe you take a pet if you want companionship. I see how, this bunny here popped out to me. But either way, this could also be about the journey of life. Forgive yourself for your past mistakes. Know that you have time to change your mind. You are protected. Look, that's right here on the bottom. The fairies of protection are shielding you with a magical fairy ring of love and light. Practice psychic protection before embarking upon any spiritual work. To me, this means you are spiritually protected regardless of what you pick. So right now is the time for you to choose, what you want moving forward. It's time to take some isolation, take some time for yourself. And that will provide you with the lifting of this fog, this confusion. It will go away once you do that. Spirit's advice. One card for Spirit's advice. Oh, thank you. Yep. Love life. Okay. New or renewed romantic love is here for you. So there's really positive things that will be happening in your love life. You need to take time for self-love and get ready for those changes, regardless of what they are. Those are your encouraging messages, pile 1. I hope you enjoyed them. Thank you so much for being here, and I will talk to you soon. Take care. Hello, pile 2. Thank you so much for being with me. These are your encouraging messages. And pile 2, I am so excited for you. If you chose pile 2 or this stone, these are going to be your messages, your encouraging messages. Pile 2, you guys are in for, wow. This energy is potent and it's strong and it's powerful. And I am so excited for whomever picked this pile, because you are getting ready to make changes in your life that are going to literally completely upgrade your entire life, so much so that your life will not look the same anymore after these changes go through. And I just got chills. So I know that is the message. You guys might, right now, be in solitude, or there might be some stillness in your life and you're going through a reflective phase. If you feel like things are stagnant and still, that is changing. That is changing, pile 2. You're going to be called to action with this Judgment card. You are being called to become who you're meant to be. And I feel like this pile is very spiritual, and you will be relying on prayer to get yourself through. But let me show you. And I don't mean that to scare you. I just mean you are going to have to make changes in your life to become the best version of you. Look at this card. Like, I feel like, okay, so it doesn't matter if you view this as city or country, because, we all prefer different things, but I feel like your life is literally going to flip. Just completely change. And I feel like these are these are things you've asked for. These are things you've wanted, and they're here. That's your encouraging messages. But what it is, pile 2, is you are going to be called to action. There's things you need to still do. This is a call to action. This is a call to action. Let me tell you what happened when I was starting this pile, because these things really do, like, I pay attention to literally everything during these readings. I pay attention to everything that's happening around me. I realized when I finished pile 1 that the candle I was burning, I no longer liked the fragrance of it, and I used to love it. I don't know why. It just was really bothering me, and I kind of felt like I was getting a headache from it, so I blew out the candle. I realized I wanted to turn my heater on, and listen to this, pile 2. My little heater that I use, I always use it. I'm just typically cold, and it's freezing around here anyway, so I've been using my heater a lot. Even though the heat works in the home and everything, I'm just always a freeze baby. So I went to turn that back on because I was feeling like uncomfortable, and it's dead. So I feel like there's some things in your life that will no longer be working for you because you are evolving into this new you. You are going to be getting sparks of innovation. You're going to be getting ideas. You're going to be getting inspiration. This pile, you guys are, if you're not right now you might be in the stillness phase where you're reflecting, but very soon, you're going to be hit with inspiration. Be prepared, as you'll soon receive a visit from the fairy of inspiration. Come dusk or dawn, she could call at any time. You also, like I said, you have this innovation card, new creations. You guys are going to step into this energy. I was asking Spirit, what energy do they need to embody? Innovation, new creations. You guys are going to be getting downloads from the universe. I feel like this pile, like I said, you guys are very spiritual. And when I used the tarot, I had said, what do they need encouragement regarding? You got the Judgment card. It's a call to action. It's like changing things from the past, looking at past mistakes and changing them. Almost like I just heard overhaul. You're overhauling what needs to be changed in order to reach this success. The World card is about mastery, success, a successful completion, reaching new levels. This could be promotions, this could be new travel, this could be all kinds of things, because what's happening in your life is you are getting an overhaul. It says surrender to the divine, rely on prayer. You have huge changes that you will be celebrating very soon. It says get ready to let your hair down and celebrate. It's time to go out to dance and play. An invitation could be on the way. You guys are going to be very busy coming up, because I keep getting goosebumps, like feeling like chills and goosebumps. You will be reflecting on life, your life path, your learning experiences. You have gained this wisdom that is preparing you for this very, very moment where you're stepping into the person you're supposed to be. You will be embodying a different type of person. This was on the bottom of the deck. I feel like the King of Swords he's a leader. He's very decisive. He knows what to say. He knows what to do. He's when he's called to action, people, I don't want to say people fear him, but look how serious he is in his face. If you feel like people toy with you or toy with your emotions, I feel like that is no longer the you that is going to be the people, what people know of you. I think you're changing. You're going to be able to set boundaries. This says threshold, protection, honor. You are really changing, and it's not going to be in a bad way. You are becoming a powerhouse. This pile, you're being prepared for something amazing, an upgrade of life in general. This card also was something I said, what energy do they need to embody? And this came up, guide the illuminated path. And I wanted to read some of this to you because these are profound cards that this pile received. And by the way, both of the tarot that you had pulled for this pile is major arcana. So these are huge changes, major changes, not little ones. I just want to read you part of this card. It says, the wolf and the symbol of strength and freedom. The wolf is the symbol of strength and freedom, and this is the core of the message on this card. You are free to create the path that lies before you, and you have the strength to see it through no matter which one you may take. It's time to seek the wisdom of your own inner guidance, meditate, and ask If a new or different direction regarding business, family, or personal matters is called for, then muster up the courage and self-trust to take the necessary steps forward. This card could indicate the coming of a new teacher into your life. It may be someone who advises you on specific personal arenas such as education, nutrition, or finance, or it could be someone who pursues a more spiritual path. So you could be open to guidance, but you know what, pile 2, I feel like you guys are going to be sought out after this upgrade that's coming, which I do feel like you will have to put in the work. So if you feel like you need assistance in some areas of your life to upgrade yourself, get them, because that is part of what that card said. But I feel like you guys are going to be the guide. Once these changes take place, which they're coming right now, and you're not going to be able to stop them. You're getting a call to action here. Make sure you take the call to action to better yourself, and then you're going to be catapulted into this beautiful upgrade. And you guys want this upgrade. I know you do. And it says it's time to take action. You guys are going to be inspired. If it's not right now, it's going to be very soon in your life to take action and upgrade your life. This could be anything. This could be you want a new body, you want a new career, you want a family, you want to focus on getting whatever you want in this lifetime. You are being called right now, absolutely right now, to jump into the person you need to be in order to get into this path, this wonderful, brilliant upgrade of life that you're being called for. And you're being called to action for it. Balance is something that you need to embody during this time. Stability, stand firm. This is stand firm in your beliefs, stand firm in the new way of being. Like, let's say you have to, if you are trying for something like an increase in health or to be your best version of you physically, if you need to make changes in your diet to do that, or stand firm in your new convictions, or stand firm in your beliefs in yourself, or stand firm in a new diet that you create for yourself to build this body, or whatever it is that you're looking for. You guys have come through a lot in the past. You have this hole in the soul card. This can be major wounds from childhood, previous relationships, bad experience in life. This is something that you have, I believe you've already discovered these things about yourself, and you are currently kind of working through different temptations. But this is also your message when you're called to action. Make sure that you know that you have the strength now. You have the wisdom from dealing with these things to fight any temptations that will take you off this path to literally jumping into the life that you want. You have cycles here. And when I pulled this card, guys, I heard a song from a very long time ago in my past. A lot of songs that I hear when I'm pulling and things, because I do hear songs that relate to the messages. They're country songs, because when I was younger, that's all my mom listened to. And I actually forget the woman's name that sings the song, but it's about breaking chains. Chains, chains, shackles and chains. And it's about literally breaking chains. I think her first name's Lori. I don't know if you'll be able to, maybe Lori Morgan. I don't really know, but you'll be able to find it if you need to hear the lyrics of the song. But it's literally about, cycles can be about karma, or about things that we are chained to from our past. That's also what can be talked about in this card. You know, you're being forced to kind of look at your past and change things. You're called to action to become the person you are meant to be. Like, I'm talking glow up, I'm talking success beyond measure, I'm talking all kinds of things that this pile is capable of, and it's going to be different for each of you. But you have to set the power and intention, and you have the power. You have the strength. You have the capabilities. It doesn't matter if you're female or male. I know these are male figures, but you're going to have that strength, that decisiveness. You're going to be able to cut through anything that you need to. You're going to be able to speak your truth. You're not going to be afraid. You're going to hold on to your inspirations and hold on to your visions. Look how he's holding on to this. I feel like and he's holding on too. You guys are going to set an intention, and you're going to have the strength to see it through, because you're holding on to it and you know you have the power to see it through. That's what I feel, this pile. I really feel that. I can't emphasize it enough, and I'm so excited in this pile. I feel like I'm shouting, and I don't mean to, but I feel like, I'm really excited in this message here. Take charge and take action. You guys have everything at your disposal that you need. You're going to start feeling like a totally different person. You are very wise. You are capable. You have been through so much that you already know how to keep your composure, how to keep balanced, make sure that you have the means to center yourself when you need to, be it, for more strength. But I don't think you guys are going to need strength. I feel like you guys are so invigorated and so powerful right now that you're not going to actually need to call upon your spirit guides, angels, God, whomever you rely on for strength. I feel like you will more so need composure in order to not be, overly aggressive with people, because I feel like I'm being really aggressive with you in this message. Lord, look, courage and bravery is here. You guys have ample courage, ample bravery, strength, fortitude. People are actually going to be intimidated by you. That's kind of what I feel. And you guys are going to have to remind yourself to be a little bit soft. Holy love is here, because I feel like you're going to be really taking life by the horns and just going for it. Holy love is always surrounding you, and make sure that you help yourself, make others feel that way, because I feel like you're so powerful right now. You might intimidate some people. Spirit, what are your messages for pile 2? Any other messages for pile 2 at this time? Pile 2. Yeah, healthcare change. Yes, you're going to be making a lot of changes. It might even be in the way that you take care of yourself. It could be the professionals that you surround yourself with. This could be about changing the people that you rely on, or, just examining your life in order to become, like I said, the best you. And just make sure that you have healed your wounds, or that you have tried to work on anything that was causing you grief. Grief work is here. So there could be wounds because you did have that hole in the soul. There's always things from our past that we need to keep mindful of and keep them in check when we're moving forward so quickly. Spirit's advice for pile 2. Spirit's advice for pile 2. Thank you. Socialize or join in. Yes, like I was just saying, you might have professionals that you're seeking out or changing, or upgrading because you're upgrading. Socialize or join in. Make healthy and supportive new friendships and connections by getting involved with a group of like-minded people. You guys are going to be outgrowing everything in your life. I mean, I know you will keep your core friends or your core family, of course, but even those people might be looking at you differently or treating you a little bit differently, and you'll need to maybe set boundaries that you didn't have before, because you're going to be stepping into this new path that might require you to be different, or to have, your intentions are going to be focused on something else, or you're going to be busier in other areas. This is all beautiful things, pile 2. I feel like you have so much going on, or you're going to have so much going on, that you are going to be so invigorated and excited about life. One more card for pile 2, Spirit. Oh, it wanted way more than one card. Let's see. Okay, nutrition jumped down here. So yes, if you're going to be the best version of you, focus on what you're fueling yourself with. You're going to need that. You might become really good at writing, or you might want to start writing and encouraging people. King of Swords, he knows exactly what to say. He's a brilliant mind. These are our lawyers, our doctors of the world. You're going to be embodying those types of energies, that wisdom. You're going to be able to heal, inspire, teach, and entertain with the words you write. Maybe you're going to be inspired to focus on nutrition, or you're going to write different articles or things to encourage people to eat healthy or be mindful of nutrition. You are going to become an authority in things. You're going to be the person that people seek out. Remember that guide card. You're going to be the guide. Oracle cards is here. Some of you might be masters at tarot, or you might be wanting to share your intuition, share your wisdom, share your knowledge. You're going to have the bravery and courage to move forward on that if that's something that you want to start. You are able to discern answers and guidance for yourself and others. Look, I just said that, guidance. Yes, this pile, you are going to be the people that others look for, for guidance. It says you connect to your life purpose through your involvement with books. Maybe you're going to be more hungry for knowledge in these things that are you, or maybe you'll be writing the books that people are going to be reading. It's time to decide, make a decision based on your heart's desires. Make sure you're following your call. You're going to feel this, because I kept getting the chills. I kept getting really excited. When your call to action comes, you're going to know, you're going to make those decisions. Just like this King of Swords, he is very decisive. He's able to act on his intuition. He's going to know what the decisions are. He doesn't need others to tell him. You will know. And then you also have yoga. Your life is enhanced by yoga, stretching, and exercising. Make sure you're keeping yourself grounded, because you guys are going to be so busy and you're going to be catapulted into this new level. Make sure that you're keeping yourself grounded. So yoga is a great way to do that. Maybe exercise. Just make sure that you're keeping mindful of being healthy. In this pile, I just feel like you need to be really healthy to be your best. I feel like you need to be in prime shape to be your best. You need that. You need the healthy nutrition. You need body work in order to kind of get your body to make you feel invigorated and confident. You might already have those things, pile 2. This is a pick a card, but what I'm saying is this pile is so extraordinary, and they will have eyes on them very soon in this successful arena, whatever it is that your path is. You're going to want to be in tip-top shape, in your best shape. So make sure that you're looking back at what could hold you back, what could be tempting, what are those temptations that could take you off your path. Right now you have the strength, and look at right there is discover your life purpose. I feel like you're being called to your life purpose right now. You're getting a call to action to the successful, wonderful life that you're supposed to live, and it will be through discovering your life path or going further into your life path. And some of you, maybe this facade card was upside down. You will no longer need a facade. You will no longer need to fake it till you make it. You will have made it. And you also will be able to suss out people that have a facade going. And that's something that you're not going to mince words when it comes to people. So just make sure you do keep that holy love in mind, because we don't want to, I do feel like you guys are going to be so strong and so powerful with your words that sometimes you just have to make sure that you are very loving as well. So thank you so much, pile 2. I am so excited for you. I cannot wait to know what's going on in your lives. If you guys listen to this message and you know of some big changes that are going on, please let me know, because I am very curious and I am very excited for you. So I hope you enjoy this message. Take care of yourselves, and I'll talk to you soon. Hello, pile 3. If you chose pile 3 or this beautiful stone, this is going to be your encouraging messages. These are going to be your encouraging messages, I should say. All right, pile 3. So you guys are very creative, very energetic, very fun. I feel like we probably have a lot of fire signs watching this pile. Doesn't have to be, but you could have a lot of fire sign qualities. I feel like this pile, your encouraging messages are, you are going to make it. You perhaps have lots of ideas and lots of things that you want to achieve, or lots of things that you want to do, or lots of things that you want to put out into the world. And sometimes I feel like you don't necessarily share everything because you don't like to be vulnerable. There's a little bit of fear in vulnerability sometimes, but there is also freedom when you're actually vulnerable. Once you open up and you release some of the things that you're thinking, you release some of the fear, you will find that there is freedom. And Spirit is here to protect you when you feel like there's, when you're fearful of being vulnerable, or you may have some things that you want to accomplish or that you want to grow in your life. And Spirit is here to tell you, you are very protective. Have faith. You may need to kind of focus a little bit on your possibilities of growth. You are this pile, you're very creative. You have lots of ideas, a lot of ways that you can help those around you, a lot of things that you can offer this world. Sometimes I feel like you don't necessarily give yourself enough credit for what you actually can put into the world. And some of you watching this, you could, you could have really, really, really big dreams and not really be sure how you'll end up as the King of Wands. Right now, you might feel like the Page of Wands, but you want to become the King of Wands. And in order to get to that stage, which you are very capable of in this pile, you absolutely have that. You just may have to, live a little bit of life. You may need to experience some things, have faith in yourself a little bit more. Life is like a journey, and just know that you are protected. This pile, some of you that picked this pile, you could have a bit of a temper because you got the volcano card. And I feel like this pile, whoever picked this, you have very deep emotions. And a lot of times you're afraid kind of to express your emotions. Sometimes you probably bottle them up. And then you could kind of explode your emotions into other things. You may feel misunderstood at times because you don't express yourself the way that you really want to. But in this card, this is Mary Magdalene, I think, was the story behind this card. And they had misunderstood what she actually was. Even in the Bible fables about her, she actually was a successful business owner, but they had coined her as something else because there was some misunderstandings. She had duality to her nature, and she wasn't necessarily understood because of some kind of barrier that was created there. Wings of Light is beneath that, so you guys are definitely running forward into what your goals and aspirations are. Look, she's reaching up for this star. You guys have things you want to accomplish. You want to build something, and you are fully capable of it. But right now, you are in this page stage, so you have some growth to do. Sometimes, like I said, you guys have this volcano, so I think you have a lot of emotions, and sometimes you could bottle them up a little bit too much, or doubt yourself a little bit too much. Like this page energy, you think of yourself as a page where you feel like you need a lot more experience. And some of you might need a lot of learning experience, but some of you already have it who picked this pile. Some of you already have it. You just need the courage to kind of move forward and express yourself the way that you want to be heard. It's, there's a fear maybe holding you back a little bit, or you're self-sabotaging because of some of the wounds that you've experienced in your past, or perhaps you have been vulnerable in the past and it didn't work out the way that you wanted it to, so you sometimes self-sabotage. Or maybe you don't have the, you don't always have the self-confidence that you need in order to kind of grow into this king. So you have all this creativity, all of this. I feel like you guys are very fun. I feel like this pile, you're very fun. You're like the life of the party. You're really good with celebrating people, celebrating things. You're very hopeful, but you have like a lot of bottled emotions sometimes. And sometimes you dim your light in certain areas. This card is all about recovering certain sides of yourself that have been dormant for a while. I feel like sometimes this pile, you either kind of get stuck in this reflection stage and you don't know really how to, fire forward, which I don't feel like that's a lot of you because you have all this fiery energy. Perhaps some of you actually need the reflective stage in order to move forward, but it could be different for each of you. Like I said, there's a lot of misunderstandings for this group. And I feel like it's because you guys have really deep emotions. It says, don't let your pride get in the way. There might be some Leos here. That's fire sign energy. Some Leos are watching this. Don't let your pride get in the way. You do have some growth that is able, it's right there for you to reach up and take it. And then, once you have that growth under your belt, you've gone through some of these things in life, you will definitely develop into this King of Wands, a go-getter, an entrepreneur. You could have a lot of ideas on how to create businesses. You need patience at this time. That's what your encouraging message is. You have all these skills, all these talents. You're very creative. You're a great initiator. You're wonderful. You're so much fun. Everyone wants to be near you. You just need some patience, and all these things came up here. Fiery climax approaches. Like I said, you've got this volcanic energy here. So sometimes when you feel like you're ready to explode, you might need a little bit of reflection before you allow your emotions to kind of bubble over. Hold your vision. Always make sure that you're keeping your eye on the prize here. Look how she's looking at that goal. Because if you feel like you're kind of starting out in this journey and you feel like you've got a long way to go, Hold your vision. You will definitely make it in this pile. The end of a tough cycle approaches, and then you are good enough. Always remind yourself of that. You are good enough. When you feel like you are stuck in this page energy, just know that you will get to this king energy. You absolutely will. You also have, I asked Spirit, what do you need? Like, what energy do you need to embody at this time? And you got brilliant beliefs, luminous life force, personal power. And I just want to read you a little bit of that because it's a very deep card. It says, 2 snow leopards accompany the priestess of the galactic sky as she emerges from the night with a luminous ball of ethereal light. This priestess is telling you that, like her, you can project a brilliant life force energy out into the world. Her heart center shines with the light of her divine origins. The glow of her true identity encircles her head and emanates brightly from her brow and crown chakras. Yet she is no more powerful than you, for you have come from the same luminous source. So you just need to believe in yourself. You have to choose to believe in your unlimited power, value, and know that you are deserving. This also says, my life force shines with the light of my divine source. So you guys really do have it. You need to believe in miracles in this pile because you received that card. There's a lot of like fiery, beautiful, sparkly energy in this pile. You guys are very bright lights and you're needed even in this stage. Even if you feel like you haven't reached that king stage or you feel like there's a long way you need, a long road ahead, the world needs you as you are right now, and you are a blessing. You have miracles right in front of you. Look at, they're both reaching up to this star. You guys have major goals that you want to accomplish, and just know that you definitely will get there. Sometimes you have to release some of the negativity in your past, or some of these things that have caused these wounds. You have to be mindful of it. When those things pop up, perhaps take a brief moment to reflect on the pain or the circumstance and release it. Make sure that you're able to kind of process through there and release it. And if you need help with kind of releasing that or talking about your emotions or talking through some of the, I just heard hostility. I don't think all of you are hostile, but you could have a lot of, a lot of things in your past that could have made you angry, or something that you need to get off of your chest perhaps. But you know, like I said, you have this really wonderful personality. I feel like sometimes you don't express yourself as much because you don't like to be vulnerable. But also, you guys have a really strong intuition, whether you know it or not. This mysticism card is all about kind of just knowing things. And I feel like you do have that. You have that gift in this pile. You know things before they even happen. You also received the Justice card. So just know that things are getting set right. Maybe things have been out of balance in certain areas of your life, but this card is here to say that things that have been out of balance, they will get set right. And also, when I see this card, this is all about balance. Maybe some of you are getting into the legal field. You don't have to be, or maybe you're getting into law enforcement or something of that nature, or maybe that's your goal. Doesn't have to be, not at all. Don't click off if that's not the case. But I feel like with this card, it just shows balance. So what you put in, you'll get out. So just make sure that you're working really hard and staying focused on your dreams, because if everything stays above board, if you have, fairness and balance, and, you speak your truth, things will be just in your life. That's what this card is here to tell you. So I want to get a few more cards for you. You also have Healing Heart here. So like I said, you do have to really love yourself. Go within. Heal any of the wounds that you feel could be self-sabotaging you. Don't allow that self-sabotage to change your trajectory, because you have big things to accomplish in this lifetime. Let's just get a couple more cards. Spirit, what do you want to tell pile 3? Encouraging messages for pile 3. Pile 3. I feel like patience too. You guys really do need some patience. Changing your mind. So there could be decisions. This could also be about decisions. Perhaps you are trying to make decisions about which way to go next, or changing your mind about a decision in your life. You need patience. You need to have faith in yourself. Perhaps you're trying to decide on, a travel plan, or changing your mind regarding that. There could be other things in your life that you sometimes maybe second guess things, or you change your mind, and that's okay. It's all part of the learning process. And don't be fearful of making mistakes, because we always learn from those mistakes as well. Let me just get a few more cards for you. Spirit, what are some encouraging messages for pile 3? Encouraging messages for pile 3. Pile 3, what are some encouraging messages? Yeah, definitely patience for this pile, because I feel like sometimes you guys really want to charge forward with all your fiery energy. And Spirit is making me shuffle longer than normal. Let your inner beauty shine. Yes, you are a brilliant example of God's love, and everything about you is perfect. So let your light shine and inspire others. Yes, I was getting that from your miracle card that had come up. You guys have a beautiful light. That is really where you are supposed to be on your journey right now, creating these exciting times for others and for yourself. You are like the life of the party. You're very stylish. You're very capable of bringing joy to others. Let your inner beauty shine. That is part of your gift. And perhaps you are also a spiritual teacher. Share your wisdom with others. You were born to teach. That's why this mysticism card is here. Like I said, I think you guys do have a major intuition, and that is part of your life path, is basically kind of teaching people, even if it's not professionally, just by people watching you and watching your success and watching how you go after your dreams. It's something that is needed in this lifetime for others to see, and for you to have faith in yourself. Watch yourself kind of grow from this page to this king. Encouraging messages, Spirit. Actually, let's get an advice card, Spirit, for pile 3. What is your advice for pile 3? Thank you. We got 4 cards popped out. Oh, bless your heart is here. You guys feel very deeply, I feel, in this pile. Reach out for emotional and spiritual support to heal and mend your heart. So that is an advice card. We also have forgiveness heals. Time to release repressed anger as it's blocking your health and happiness. Own your divine power. Replace codependent people-pleasing with assertiveness and empowerment. And then passion and purpose. Your enthusiasm gives you energy and motivation to work on a meaningful project that's dear to your heart. Deep emotional healing. Your heart is ready to heal from past experiences, and you are willing to devote time and energy towards therapeutic care. Pile 3, I feel like you guys have specific things. Each of you it will be different, but I feel like there's certain things that have caused anger that you're kind of bottling up, and you're afraid to kind of be vulnerable. But you are such a beautiful, loving, shining light. Don't let those things clog up your path, or clog up your vision, or clog up your life. You have to kind of go within and be able to share those things. Be vulnerable. Talk it through. Maybe say what you need to other people in your life, that, and also have faith that things are working out. God is on your side. You are very protected. You even received the protection card. The fairies of protection are shielding you with a magical fairy ring of love and light. Practice psychic protection before embarking upon any spiritual work. You're very protected. The divine is with you. You have all this brilliant shining light within you. I feel like sometimes you bottle up your emotions. You have misunderstandings with people, or you are misunderstood. And you self-sabotage at times because you're bottling so much up. And then you don't want to speak your mind, or you don't want to become vulnerable. You have something that you definitely need healing from. You have this major passion and purpose in life, which is shown here by the Page of Wands. And sometimes I feel like maybe you're creating blocks because you're holding in some of this volatility. You don't really want to express yourself, but also you have to really believe in yourself. You have to own your divine power. Replace codependent people-pleasing with assertiveness and empowerment. And then forgiveness heals. Time to release repressed anger as it's blocking your health and happiness. So don't let your don't let things that need to be expressed block your pathway forward. Perhaps you really need to go within and try to heal some of those things. If those things need to be expressed verbally, perhaps you need to talk to the people that you have the hostility with, or, before it gets to this stage, But you guys are so creative and so wonderful, and people really look up to you. You are a spiritual teacher. You need to, share your wisdom with others. You were born to teach was the card that you got. You got this learning experience. You guys go through so much, and you've learned so much from going through certain things that you can share that. You just need to have patience with yourself, have faith in yourself. You will reach this status. Whatever you want to grow from this page to this king, it's there for you. Things are just and will be just in your life. Things will be balanced. That is your encouraging message, pile 3. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoy my videos, I hope you subscribe and stick around. I would love to grow my channel. Thank you so much for being here. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye. Hello, pile 4. If you chose pile 4 or this stone, these are going to be your encouraging messages. Pile 4, I feel like you've been kind of closing yourself off to certain things lately. And actually, when I started looking at your cards, this reminded me of a piece of ice. And I feel like you kind of have been just completely icing out emotions or people, or just kind of wanting to be a little closed off. I feel like you're not looking at things, you're not really feeling things. There's a lot of emotions in the background there, but you're not making decisions. You're not taking the blindfold off to look. Maybe you have just been kind of in solitude and wanting to be in solitude, or closing your heart off. This is kind of being closed off. It could either be about holding on really tight to things. It could be holding on tight to emotions, a person, possessions, not wanting to let go because you're afraid of not getting enough. But it also, look how he's shielding his heart. I feel like this pile, you guys have really been closing yourself off intentionally. And your encouraging messages, things are changing. When I started thinking of this as ice, I started thinking of it as thawing. I feel like, the encouraging messages, go with the flow. You need to start kind of letting go, letting yourself receive. Stop blocking things off. Take the blindfold off. Look, live. I feel like there's a transformation right around the corner. Solitude was here. I feel like you guys were intentionally in solitude for some reason. And you have the Ace of Cups here. So what energy is coming in or wants to come in is this beautiful feeling of flowing, things flowing again. This could be about self-love flowing. It could be about things piquing your emotional interest again. It can be about emotions wanting to be expressed. I feel like you guys have really been through something, and you've been kind of feeling a little bit like defensive, or look, he's kind of looking like, oh, what's next? He's holding on to this, kind of thinking, oh, I'm battle wounded already. I don't want to keep going. You have the 10 of Wands under that. You guys could have been really overburdened, not seeing the forest for the trees, not looking up. Like, these wands could be carried in a different way, but I feel like you guys have kind of been closing your eyes to a problem, or closing your eyes to life, wanting to kind of be alone by yourself, just kind of not sure which way to go. But Spirit is kind of telling you, look, she's also blocking her heart. I feel like you guys may have had a wound, a heart wound, or something hurt you very badly, and you've been wanting to really protect yourself by not looking at it, or not feeling it, or not moving forward. But it's time to let go, cleansing, receiving, and moving forward. I asked Spirit what energy you should, you need to be embodying at this time, and that is what came up. I'm going to read you guys some of that because it's a very interesting card. It says, the priestess of the waterfall rises from the foam, holding the mists of the water, spirits close to her heart. She wears a golden spiral of infinity on her headdress, symbolizing the power of purification and the release of negativity. When this card appears in your spread, it announces a time of quiet energy, encouraging you to release resistance and let go. Release resistance and go with the flow. But I think you do need to let go. I said that by mistake. True release requires a conscious intention to let go of control and embrace the cleansing energy of nonchalant. It's time to step back and reevaluate things. Take a breath from trying to force your will, and open your heart to the guidance of the Spirit flowing within and around you. This doesn't mean you should take no action. It means your action should flow with your intuition. Water is an important element in your life experience. It brings clarity and understanding and represents the presence of Spirit. You are a body of water, as is the blue planet of ours. On this level, you're resonant with Earth and every entity on it. So charge the water you drink with love and affirm Spirit's present in the rain, in the shower, and in all the water around you. So what you guys need to do is just be more comfortable with life itself, or try to open up a bit. You feel a little froze off, and I feel like the energies that want to come in are this flowing. Look, this even has water. So I feel like, yes, it was talking about water, and the water jumped out because I mentioned emotions. It's important for you guys to feel again. Perhaps take a long shower and kind of let it cleanse you, in a sense that, like, ask the water to cleanse you and help you open up a bit. And it was saying there to, maybe drink affirmations of water. So for instance, if you speak affirmations into your water, I don't know if you believe in the power of words or the power of manifestations, but you can actually speak affirmations into your water in order to kind of open yourself up and be able to kind of be willing to go more with the flow. I have to look and see what it says here. So charge the water you drink with love. Like, for instance, speak affirmations into the water. You could even Google that about different affirmations. And water definitely holds energy. We can charge our water with energy. We can speak energies into the things that we put into our bodies, basically. If you don't feel drawn to that, I feel like some of you are very closed off to that. When I said that, I felt like it's not going to be received very well by some of you. Some of you will, but maybe just when you're in the shower, be more present with yourself and let the body of water, like, kind of go onto your body and just rid it of whatever this feeling is that's trying to keep you kind of closed off. I feel like some of you need some healing. Journey is here. Perhaps you need a little bit of a travel journey or a little road trip in order to kind of help you start going more with the flow. This says it's time to prepare for a journey. It may be impromptu or planned. Either way, make sure you're ready when the time comes. Pack your passport now. Perhaps some of you are traveling, or travel would be very good for you. I feel like being near water would actually be good for you. Just kind of looking at the way water flows. This card, that's all I can think of, is just the water flowing, emotions flowing. Water and emotions are similar. And in the Two of Swords, the water in the background it's wavy, so it kind of represents emotions in the background. Joy wants to come into your life, and I feel that in several different ways in here. I feel like there's a transformation coming for this pile. That's your encouraging message. This fairy tells you to surrender to a transformation in your life that's happening for your highest good. Embrace your transformation. The best is yet to come. You guys are de-thawing from this solitude. I feel like things are going to start flowing again. You have healing energy that's coming in towards you right now. This healing energy, this go with the flow and healing energy. Like, I feel like things are going to start de-thawing. Like, I feel like you're going to start feeling again. You even got this very positive yes card. So whatever question you had in your mind, it's a yes. And look, ease and grace. More things flowing here. This looks like water. Ease and grace. You guys just need things to wash over you, even if it's just emotions. Let them come out. Let things break free. It's time to kind of, I wanted to take a deep breath, listen deeply. Maybe sit down and really listen to your internal voice. Something wants to come out. Something is, dying to spill over. Maybe you were in a relationship that you were feeling like you sold yourself short for. This is about, not expecting better for ourselves, kind of selling ourselves short and allowing us, ourselves to stay in situations that we know we don't, that we deserve more, but we just stay because we're selling ourselves short. Don't do that. Don't allow that. Look, you have more water here. There's help from above. The Spirit wants to come in and thaw these hardened emotions or break down those walls with water. They want to help heal a hole in your soul. Perhaps you guys have been very wounded. Like I said, that battle wounded card came up. And I feel like maybe you're shutting out love, you're shutting out emotions, but it's time to transform that energy and allow it to flow through you again. Let go, release. The more that you kind of let energy flow out, it's going to come back in. So don't hold so tightly to your time, your energy, your attention, your emotions. Don't close people off. Don't hold on so tightly. Know that if you release some, it's going to come back to you. Even if this is about finances, don't be so tight, because generosity of spirit provides generosity of spirit. What we give out, we get back. So start opening up and allowing things to flow. You will feel more inspired once that happens. It says, be prepared, as you'll soon receive a visit from the fairy of inspiration. Come dusk or dawn, she can call at any time. And perfection just jumped out at me. When you get inspiration, things don't have to be perfect. I keep thinking like everything's set in stone, everything's set in stone. I have this stone card just shouting at me. I feel like some of you are just very closed off, or very rigid in your thinking right now. You need to kind of allow things to flow. Perhaps you have like some anger kind of within. This lightning card is here. Perhaps there's some things that just really want to flow out of you. Look, there's more water in this card. It would be really helpful for you guys to get near a body of water, or somehow let water wash over your body, and in your mind allow it to thaw or cleanse your soul in a way that will help you kind of move forward. You have magical gateway. It says it takes courage and trust to venture into the unknown, yet this is where the greatest rewards are. It's time to step boldly forward without looking back. Yeah, I feel like you guys are very rigid in your thinking right now. You're very closed off right now. You're protecting yourself. You're in protection mode, and you're seeking like perfection in order to step out, but that's not what life is like. Right now, you kind of have to go more with the flow. Joy wants to come in. You are very protected as well. This card has come out several times. I think whomever is tuned into my channel is very spiritual and protected. The fairies of protection are shielding you with magical fairy ring of love and light. Practice psychic protection before embarking upon any spiritual work. I feel like your angels and spirit guides are there encouraging you to kind of take the blindfold off, look at what needs focused on. Don't be so tight with your emotions. Don't hold on so tightly. Let yourself express some emotion. This is all about self-love, emotion. The Ace of Cups, it's about emotion. It's about feelings. It's about, love in general. I feel like you guys have a lot of healing that wants to come into you, but right now you're just really protecting your heart space. Everything's blocked here, and you need to open it up. Even with these stones, like, it's just reminds me of very, very strong structures. You're very strong and you're very capable on your own, but you need to let people in a little bit. Victim consciousness is here. Perhaps you're dwelling a lot on the pain that you've gone through, the things that have wounded you. And this is something kind of saying, we need to stop feeling victimized. We need to turn that around and feel courageous and make it part of our story. Move forward. Let it become something that makes us stronger. Flip the narrative, I'm going to get some encouraging, or Spirit's advice, actually. What is Spirit's advice for pile 4? Spirit's advice. Spirit's advice for pile 4. Thank you. And this also wanted to come out. Okay. Own your divine power. You guys are very strong, like I said. Things just want to flow through you right now. Allow that. Forgiveness heals. Time to release repressed anger as it's blocking your health and happiness and control issues. Utilize your God-given strength and power instead of fearing that others may try to control you. Yeah, right now I feel like you guys have some rigid thinking that needs to be kind of washed away. Just kind of softness needs to come into your life. You're craving softness spiritually, I feel. Deep emotional healing came out. Your heart is ready to heal from the past experiences, and you're willing to devote time and energy towards therapeutic care. So you really need some healing, and I feel like water has a big part of that. Water, it's very healing. I feel like you need to kind of think about that when you're either in a shower, take a warm bath, just to help yourself feel softer, you know. Spirit's advice for pile 4, please. What is Spirit's advice for pile 4? Spirit's advice for pile 4. Oh, thank you. Support adult children, memories, and get some rest. Yeah, this group, you really have been through a lot. You may have had changes. Adult children can mean many things. Perhaps you do have adult children. Perhaps some of this has to do with children or worrying about your children. This could also be about when you're an adult and your role kind of changes and you have to start caring for your parents. It's just, you know, this could have to do with some family issues that you're going through, or worrying about children, even if they aren't adults, worrying about your children's future, those kinds of things. Support is here. So I do feel like, you know, you're very supported right now by Spirit, but also it's okay to ask for help, or to, you know, you don't have to be this strong all the time, all on your own. This is about kind of opening up, not blocking people out, looking at the problem and wanting to move forward and try to, you know, inspire yourself in order to get some help from even professionals if needed. Get some rest. Rest is really needed here. You guys need to take a break, kind of get some rest. Take a nice bath. Think of, you know, the things that you want to move into. This magical gateway is here for you. Think of what you want healed. Memories are here. Perhaps things are coming up in your subconscious or into your mind in your daily life about things that have hurt you in the past regarding your parents or your adult children, or your childhood even. But your healing energy is here. That's your encouraging message. It's time to kind of rely on help from above. Pray about it. Try to figure out how to get your emotions back flowing again, feeling again, letting things out a bit. I just feel like I want to get more cards for you guys. Let's get another. Spirit, what do you want to tell pile 4? What do you want to tell pile 4? What do you want? Thank you. You and your loved ones are safe. Yeah, this could be about children. Something's going on perhaps in your family, or maybe you're trying to make changes. This is Cancer energy, so it's maybe about your home life or something of that nature. Maybe you guys have been through some tough times in a marriage or in a family relationship. Take time to breathe out. Yeah, you guys need you need some rest. You need to take some time for yourself. It's time to nurture yourself a bit. And then also, don't forget, your hard work is paying off, or this could involve a Capricorn, perhaps. But your hard work is paying off. You know, what you're doing for yourself is not all for nothing. But I feel like at this time, the divine really wants things to wash over you and soften the situation. So that is happening. And look, a new start is coming. That's your encouraging message. All these things feel like they're starting to lighten up. And this Ace of Cups energy is coming in to kind of allow emotions to flow again. So that is your encouraging message, pile 4. I hope it helped. And if you enjoyed this message, feel free to subscribe if you're not subscribed. And there's other videos on my channel, even though I haven't posted for a long time, if you're seeking more guidance after this. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. And as always, you know, the comment section is open too if you need support from me. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.